So whilst practicing the Colosseum, I realised that you can make very good money around 3.8 million GP per hour, even at mid-level in budget gear with this very simple strategy that even my nan could do. The only requirement for this is 70 magic. I've gone with a cheap setup just to show you how simple it is, but better gear will be even more money per hour. All you're going to need is your best magic gear and to be on Ancients. I've got Mystics on so you can see it can be done in absolutely anything. And then all you need to do is put your auto casters Ice Barrage if you have the level, but if not, Ice Burst is absolutely fine. You're also going to want your best melee weapon in your inventory. They're fairly weak to all melee combat styles, but I found Slash seems to work the best, and a simple whip is more than enough for it. Then I just have the DDS to spec with for faster kills, but again feel free to upgrade these to claws if you have them. For supplies, all you need is a few super combat potions. Don't use divine potions as it's a complete waste of money for what you're going to need, just the standard one is fine. You don't actually need anything else other than that, but feel free to bring some food just in case you make a mistake. Set your quick prayers to protect from magic and then your best defensive magic spell. Augury if you have it, if not Mystic Might or Law is absolutely fine too. So on wave 1 there's only 2 mobs that you usually need to deal with. A Serpent Shaman that simply casts magic attacks, and we are going to be praying magic throughout so we can completely ignore it at the start. And then there's a mob of 3 different things that are always running, but they can be frozen in place. That mob contains a Major, a Ranger and a melee NPC, but when frozen they can't attack you when you're at least 3 tiles away. So just in case you miss your freeze, which is fairly unlikely I've got to be honest, as they have very low magic defense, they also don't do damage to you when you're moving. Start by entering the Colosseum in your magic gear and talk to Minimus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the dwarf, and he'll give you a choice of 3 things. Now I always pick Frailty, the one that looks like a bear's head, because all it does is reduce your max HP. It doesn't add anything extra to avoid or to worry about in the Colosseum, and some of the others do, although you're probably completing this so fast you don't really have to worry about any of these to be honest. So click on that one and then select continue, then pull up your quick prayers and drink your super combat potion and attack the middle one of the Fremnik mob that comes towards you. Remember to always be at least 3 squares away from these when they are frozen and they'll never attack you. You usually freeze them all, but should one get through, just freeze it again and move a few squares back. Keep maging the mob until you kill them all. They're fairly low health so it doesn't take long at all. And if the last one to die is the mage, since you're protecting from magic anyway, you can at this point if you want switch into your whip and melee it instead. You don't have to, but it is fractionally quicker. Once that mob is dead, kill the shaman with your DDS spec, use up all your special attack energy as you're going to get it back anyway at the end, and that should be the end of the wave. It's that simple. However, if you just hit really badly and you take a while to kill them, another mob will spawn that attacks with melee. Now this hits like a truck, but if you protect from melee it stops all damage from it. If you have the mage up still at this point when the melee one spawns, all you do is protect from melee and finish off the major, as that one does a lot less damage. Then when everything is dead, make your way just east of the centre. When you get the pop-up box, select claim and then confirm. Open the chest, send the loot to the bank and then click on Minimus to leave. You then back outside and you simply keep repeating this. That is all there is to this strategy. The reason it's so much money right now is that some fire splinters are 650 GP each. Well, they've actually just gone back up to 900 GP each, but I've worked out the following figures for the 650 GP price what I sold them for. And at the end of wave 1 you always get 100 of these. In my budget gear it took just under 1 minute to complete wave 1, and in good gear it's probably about 45 seconds. That means in time you're going to be getting between 65,000 GP and 90k at the prices they've just gone to, and the only cost is 1 dose of Super Restore and about 4 barrage casts, since all of your stats reset when you leave the arena. The only issue at all with this method is the price of some fire splinters is extremely volatile right now. I made 3.8 million GP per hour in this gear, and in good gear it would have been even higher. But if some fire splinters keep falling in price, at 500 GP each it's about 3 mil per hour in budget gear and 4 mil per hour in good gear, and if they reach 250 GP each, which is completely possible, it'll only be 1.5 to 2 million per hour at that point. But for now, a very good and very simple moneymaker.